Well, we're back on the 1987 Honda GL1200 Goldwing, and I got about, I don't know, 600 miles or so on my last oil change. And like I mentioned in that oil change, I was going to go ahead and switch to synthetic after a little bit. What I did is right before I dropped the oil, and I've dropped the oil right now, and I put a little bit of seafoam in with the oil and I drove it around for 15, 20 minutes, brought it back, and I dumped the oil. The reason for doing that is this bike sat for a long time. And even though you put fresh oil in it and everything, any oil that's in the cavities of the engine that doesn't get drained down over time may get all gummy and everything. So I wanted to make sure, especially the small passages and things, maybe that they would get cleaned out with the seafoam. So I did that, cleaned it out really good, and right now I am going through and I'm bumping the starter occasionally. I'm getting everything out of it. I'm going to take my time, get all the oil out of it before I change the oil. But this is not going to be an oil change video. What I wanted to do in this video is I wanted to talk about a little bit, and I want to show you the mistake I made on the oil filter. One of my subscribers brought up the fact that the filter wasn't clocked correctly, that there's two little posts on the engine, and then you have one on your filter, and they have to line up together like that so that it won't move. You know, because if it's on one side or the other, it can move. So you kind of put it between those two and lock it in. Well, I went in my book again to see if there was anything about that, and there's not. Will it cause engine damage by not having it like that? I don't think so, because there's no holes in the filter housing or anything like that. It's not going to make any difference that way. But they designed it that way for a reason. What the reason is, I'm not sure, but I want to put mine back to the correct way, the correct position. So today I'm just going to go ahead and take the filter off. You're not going to see the oil change. I've already dumped the oil. I just want to show you the filter and something a little bit extra I want to show you too. And this is the oil that I'm going back with. It's a Valvoline full synthetic motorcycle oil, 10W40. And that's what I'm going back in with. So let's go ahead. I want to show you the filter and what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and take this filter housing off. And you'll notice on this housing that it has a line right here. And this section right here doesn't have any of these fins on it. Now when I put it in, I had mentioned I'm going to put this flat spot to the bottom. Well, when you do that, these don't line up. But when you put this flat spot to the top, which, see that right there? That's the top. That's what that indicates, I'm pretty sure. Once you get that up to the top, these will line up and fit between that tab. That's the correct way to install this. I'm going to go ahead and clean this out, get all the old oil out of it. I'm going to leave all my O-rings and stuff in it because they're all brand new. My filter's brand new. Okay. So then we'll put our spring, our washer, and then our filter. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this started, and I'll get you down there where you can see. Okay, right here is that post on the engine. You want to line that up with these two. See, before I tighten it all the way down, you can see it's hitting on both sides and it can't move. So we'll go ahead and run it down the rest of the way. We'll just snug it down, and then I'll get my torque wrench. It's already set for 22 foot-pounds, and we'll torque it to 22. There we go. There's 22 foot-pounds. I see there's that post right there, and right there on the filter, and there's the post on the engine. And these are, and this is in between these two here. That's the correct clocking position for this filter. And like I said, I have something a little extra I wanted to show you. This bike is done 100%, but there's a part that's still missing. You'll never see it unless I open the trunk. But it just drives me crazy whenever there's something missing. You know what I mean? I want the bike to be complete, especially one as nice as this one is now. So, well, let me cut all this tape. So I ordered this last piece that I'm missing. Hopefully it comes with the screws. I think it showed in the ad that it had the screws for it. Yeah, it looks like they're in it. Which, I thought this was a pretty good deal on this. I think I got this for, I don't know, 20 bucks or something. And this is the, it's got a mirror. Look at that. And then this opens up. Let's see. I don't have one of these, so wasn't sure. And as you can see, it's from an 87 GL1200. Same year as mine. I'm going to have to try to get that off of there because I don't like that. As you can tell, it's from a salvage yard, junk yard, whatever you want to call it. I'll bring you in to show you putting it in, but I just want to make sure that this is going to fit. Oh my goodness, that is a perfect fit. Let me bring you in here. See, I'm missing this piece here. I don't know how important this is really, but it's a little place to put stuff. You know, you can put your registration and all that kind of stuff in there. So I kind of like to have that. I think that looks great. I like it. And it's got, looks like 5 screws. Yep. Supposed to have 5 to screw it in, so. I think this is going to be a quick and easy down and dirty job. I like it. I'm not going to tighten them all the way up until I get them all in. I think that's permanent marker that they used on that, so I may have to put some tape over the top of it or something. When you tighten these, you got to be really careful and don't over tighten them. These are easy to strip out because all it is plastic holes that cut its own thread in whenever you screw them in. Alright, so that goes all the way up. And that's supposed to lock down. Ugh. There we go. Now if I want to look in the mirror, see what I look like. Ooh, you're ugly. I like it. You know, you can check your hair or whatever, and if you have to get into it. These things are kind of touchy. You know, you can store stuff in there. Yeah. I like that. Very nice. That's all I wanted to show you. Mainly I wanted to show you that oil filter. I don't like to make videos and not have them accurate. It just behooves me that it's not mentioned in the service manual. I'm really surprised. And I don't think it's going to be a big deal if you accidentally get it off. But if you do get it off, you look at yours and it's not centered correctly, your next oil change, just make sure you get it lined up properly, because for whatever reason, it's supposed to be like that. The one thing I notice is the smooth section on it. Maybe with that on top, it doesn't require as much airflow, or maybe it needs more airflow. I don't know, but I'm sure it has to do with some kind of a cooling effect. But anyway, mine's correct now. I'm going to get ready to put more oil in it. I'm going to cycle the engine. I've been running the engine, not running the engine, but hit the kill switch and turning it on and running the starter to continuously get this oil out. I want to get all the oil out of this that I can get, and then I'm going to put the oil back in and prime it, and then fill it back up, all that kind of stuff. Get it ready to go back for another ride. I'm very pleased about this last piece that I was missing. Everything's complete. All I have left is the phone holder. That's coming in tomorrow. And then I don't think I have anything left to do to it. All right, appreciate you coming along watching, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.